BTS's Jimin is reportedly hospitalized at a military hospital. But that's not what shook the army world. What's more shocking is Jungkook's sudden absence from the military barracks on the same day. Then came an unexpected report. Jungkook was spotted at a secret military medical facility, believed to be where Jimin is being treated. What's really happening behind the walls of that military hospital? And why is Bang Si-hyuk, usually so responsive, choosing to stay silent? This news came unlike any other. Not through a press release, not through Big Hit Music's official account, and not through South Korean media. The information emerged from hushed whispers in the military community, from whispers of young soldiers, and from the unbridled anxiety of fans on social media. Jimin, known for his strength and vibrant spirit, suddenly disappeared from his training routine. Personnel in the 5th Division realized that a military ambulance entered the training area a few days earlier, but there was no clarity about who was being transported. Then, suddenly, Jimin's name started circulating amidst the concerns. What made everything even more dramatic was Jungkook's absence on the same day. One training partner, who wished to remain anonymous, said that Jungkook had requested personal leave. He didn't mention the reason, only saying, "I have to go, it's important." Shortly after, he was spotted at a highly restricted military medical facility. Many believe that Jungkook, silently, was trying to see his best friend. But how could a regular soldier gain access to a military medical facility without official permission? Internal sources from the military environment mentioned that the meeting did happen. In a very short time, under strict supervision, Jungkook reportedly met Jimin. His face was shocked, almost in shock, when he saw his colleague's condition. Jimin wasn't in critical condition, but he was weak. In that brief moment, they didn't talk much. They just looked at each other. Then an embrace happened. Brief, but full of meaning. Another soldier who was on guard duty said, "We didn't hear anything." But Jungkook's expression, it wasn't an ordinary expression. He looked devastated. Shortly after the news spread, armies around the world began to speculate. What made Jimin need to be hospitalized? Why did Big Hit Music and Bang PD not provide any clarification at all? Even South Korean media relied only on information from unofficial sources. Usually, any minor change in the condition of a BTS member is immediately responded to by the agency. But this time, there was no reaction at all. Even BTS's official social media accounts only uploaded old content, as if they wanted to divert public attention from what was happening. Public reaction was varied. Many were angry because they felt information was being hidden, but many also understood and asked for privacy for Jimin and Jungkook. "If Jimin is not well, we want to know. Not to judge, but to show that he's not alone," said a fan from Brazil in a community forum. What made the situation even more emotional was a video clip from previous days during the military training session. In the video, Jungkook is seen writing something on the back of his notebook. After being zoomed in by fans, the writing reads, "Wait for Hyung, I'll be with you soon." A simple message that now feels like a promise from the heart. Many believe that the writing was intended for Jimin. And if true, then their meeting at the hospital wasn't a coincidence, but a call from the heart that was too strong to ignore. The relationship between Jungkook and Jimin is not an ordinary one. Since their debut, they have been known as a duo who support each other. When Jungkook cried because of performance pressure, Jimin was the first to comfort him. When Jimin was plagued by self-doubt, Jungkook was the one who said, "You are my reason for standing on stage." They are not just co-workers. They are family found among millions of people. This background made the public reaction to their meeting at the hospital even more emotional. Quite a few people called the meeting the most humane moment that has ever happened between BTS members during their mandatory military service. Amidst the strict military rules, physical and mental pressure, and communication restrictions, the meeting was proof that true friendship cannot be limited by uniform or rank. Meanwhile, attention is focused on Bang Si-hyuk, the founder of HYB, who has always been known to be very close to the BTS members. But since the issue of Jimin's health surfaced, Bang PD has chosen to remain silent. No statement, no social media posts. Some fans began to wonder, is Bang PD also holding something back? Is this a form of respect for Jimin's privacy? Or is there something that even he, a strong man, cannot reveal? What's certain is that Bang PD's silence only strengthens speculation. Moreover, HYB's internal staff refused to comment when asked for clarification by the media. They simply said briefly, "We cannot share information about our artists' personal conditions." A statement that sounds normative, but leaves many unanswered questions. Amidst all this uncertainty, armies around the world are showing incredible solidarity. Hashtags like #StayStrongJimin and #WeAreWithJungkook dominate global trends. Some fan communities even raise donations for military health facilities as a form of moral support. Others created heartwarming tribute videos, compilations of Jungkook and Jimin's moments together over the years, accompanied by the songs Promise and Still With You. Since the news of Jimin reportedly being hospitalized at a military hospital and Jungkook's appearance, said to have met his best friend, spread, the public has been drawn into a narrative full of drama, mystery, and touching bonds of friendship. But let's stop for a moment and ask, are we witnessing reality, or just fragments of a story defined by speculation and virality? It should be noted that there has not been a single official statement from HYB labels or Big Hit Music confirming Jimin's presence in the hospital. No photos, no videos, not even a formal statement from the South Korean military. Our sources of information are largely from social media, TikTok, Twitter, even long threads on YouTube and fan forums. These sources, however strong their narratives, cannot be considered absolute proof. Then, is it possible that we are caught in a narrative shaped by our own emotional biases as fans or observers? Are we too eager to believe the story of the dramatic meeting of two best friends at the hospital because it fits our expectations of ideal friendship? Let's look at it from another side. The South Korean entertainment industry is known for being very strategic in shaping its image, including the image of idol closeness. The fact that BTS is a global brand and that every narrative touching on them is capable of driving billions of online conversations should not be ignored. This raises the further question, did this story emerge because someone wants to maintain media attention on BTS during their hiatus due to mandatory military service? Have you, as a reader, ever felt that your emotions are being unconsciously exploited to stay connected with idols? Is it possible that Bang PD's and the agency's silence is actually part of a deliberate communication strategy to create a mysterious impression and increase public curiosity? However, on the other hand, if we consider this to be purely engineered, doesn't that mean we are belittling the humanity of two young men who are now under the pressure of military, media, and global expectations? Jungkook and Jimin, despite their celebrity status, are ordinary humans. Is it natural for them to support each other silently without thinking about public opinion? So, how do we balance skepticism with empathy? This is the dilemma facing fans and the public at large today. In a hyperactive digital world that spreads information very quickly, who is responsible for filtering what is fact and what is fiction? Are we, as news consumers, critical enough to not immediately share unverified news just because it touches our hearts or goes viral? Try asking yourself, have I ever shared news about Jimin and Jungkook without verifying the source? What is my motivation for believing the story? Is it because of data or because of emotion? If it turns out that all this never happened, would I feel cheated or would I still feel connected because of its meaning? These questions are important to answer, not to bring anyone down, but as a form of media literacy that is increasingly needed. We live in an era where viral is often more important than valid. But in the context of mental health, public image, and individual dignity, are we willing to risk reality for momentary emotional consumption?